Well, welcome back to episode 6 of Bevington Farm. Since the last episode to this episode, I have done a little bit of modifications in Giant's editor. So you will see behind me we have a gate with the Bevington Farm sign and a wall. I decided to add that in because I just felt that it was missing a bit of extra added security. I was debating whether to put it there or to put it at the end of this road down bottom here. I have, however, additionally put in an extra sign or two, so we now have the sign on that corner as well as there. When you're driving in, you see it, and then equally at the bottom of that road and the bottom of that road, I have signage there too on the main roads, so you know where the farm is. I just figured that if you were getting deliveries or visitors for whatever that reason might be, they would need to know how to get to the farm. So that's the principle behind that one. So like I said, I've added this in as a gate. So I've put a bit of grass in too. I am looking to possibly extend this out a bit further around, just to give a bit more easier access. But for the time being, it's a fairly straight entrance, so you're coming in and out. You're not really doing any moves around bends, so at the minute it might not be too much of an issue. Further to this, because I was playing around with Giant's editor, I made a couple of boo-boos, and those boo-boos adjusted my fields. I can't quite remember what exactly I did do, but ultimately all my crops went topsy-turvy. So the grass wasn't grass, the grass was wheat. The sorghum here wasn't ready. It was sunflowers, I think. The crop that we put in the last episode, this was not ready. This was oat. So because of that, I've had to easy dev the crop back in, which is why the weeds on this tram line have gone now. So that's the bit behind that one. The corn wasn't corn. The corn was also sunflowers. And I think we had a crop in this empty field down here that we haven't done with. And I'm fairly certain this was left empty. I don't think we had actually put a crop in here. So I've just reset that back to being an empty field. I did go back through the videos and I couldn't see us doing any work on this one, so I'm fairly confident that's how this should be. The rest of the crops have been put back to where they were because of past videos, which was helpful. They should all be at the correct growth stage, so again, no issue there. The only issue I've got is I can't remember which grass stage we were at on the last episode, so I've just put this to going. I'm in no worry about having an extra month to wait for grass or whatever, if that's the case. So yeah, that was where things are from that point of view. I've also fixed the water trigger on these calf pens, so we can now put water in. I haven't done that yet, but we can put water in them, we can feed them, so these are all good things. I am currently on with modifying the manure triggers. So at the minute, these 4 triggers all work if you have the front loader and a bucket. You can activate the trigger there, but bear in mind the bucket's 1,000 litres, and I think each of these triggers have about 13,000 to 14,000 litres of manure in. This trigger here I have modified and should be compatible with a trailer, so you bring a trailer up or a manure spreader and you can load it that way. But again, because of that, the big pile of manure that we had here has disappeared. It was actual manure that Scroft put in. So I could technically fill a trailer and dump another load there just for simulation, but I'm okay with it being missing for now. Right, that's where we are with that currently. Now, we have got that field ready to harvest, so we're going to do that. Once we've done that, we will then look to potentially reseed a couple of crops depending on what we can plant this month. It is September. hopefully that's there we go. If you don't put the display back on the setting that you were in first, it doesn't go right. So yes, we'll just zip over to it. So yeah, this crop should be ready. There we go. Now the other thing with resetting the field, some of the lime and fertilizer precision farming is a little bit wonky, so I'm going to not worry too much about that currently either. So we have got, obviously this is the Lizard TARDIS combine. It can do 15 miles per hour. On the last harvest we did, I set the cruise control to 6 miles an hour to simulate it being the true speed. I'm hoping people can forgive me. I'm going to just harvest this at the speed that the combine can do. Ultimately, all I'm going to be doing is time-lapsing the field anyway, so it makes no difference whether I do 6 miles an hour in my real time or 15 miles an hour in my time, because I'll adjust the time-lapse to make the same perception for you irrespective, so it shouldn't make an impact on that part. It will, however, speed up my gameplay. We are... we're not going to do the harvest. I've just realised the time's frozen, and if you look at the forecast, it's going to rain. The second I start the time, it's going to rain. There we go. Look at the rain. I'm betting, yep. Reduced yield. What time does the rain stop? 10 o'clock. Okay. I'll be brutally honest. I don't know what tasks we've got to do until the harvest. Everything else is pretty much all done. I could go for a 2-hour nap. I think I'll see you at 10 in the morning when the rain stopped. Right, the rain is now stopped. It's 10:30 in the morning, so we will make a start. Right, well, that's the harvest done. I also put the speed up to 6 times because I was doing twice the speed of travel, which I thought was only fair too. Close that off. We'll park this up over here temporarily. Right, now the other thing I want to try and look into is chickens. This farm does not have chickens, and I feel that that's a bit of an oversight. I'm hoping there is a fenceless pasture version where we can possibly map it out so we can have them as free range roaming around the farm. So let's have a quick look and see what options we have. So it does look like there is a fenceless pasture option. How this works I do not know though, so let's have a look. Those tufts show you where the fence would be. As far as I know, the tufts collisions on them. I'm not quite sure where to have them roaming the farm. It may be I might need to make a unique nav mesh in Giants Editor. That might be the way I do it. Oh, the other thing I did, I cut those trees down. I'm planning to put some buildings in here at some point. Yeah, that's the other thing I really missed on the oversight of what I did between episodes. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to put this in. To get the option I want. Right, I think temporarily what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one in. And then between the next couple of episodes, I am going to look to create a custom nav mesh to allow the chickens to have access to all the concreted area. I think that's how we're going to play this. The big question is, where do we put it? Because that land's not flat there. It's quite the dilemma, this one. Right, leave it with me. I'll get back to you when I'm done. Okay, so after quite a considerable number of minutes, I have flattened that little mound near the pit, and I've put the pen in just there. So that's where we're going to have it. Put a couple of tram lines in to simulate us driving back with the feed. So we'll get the chickens and we will put some food in. And I believe they'll take sorghum, which is what we just harvested. So I think we'll stick one rooster in. And then we'll put in 10 of these. Which gives them room to breed. And we can probably sell 10 off at a time to keep them level petting. Yeah, I'm going to get that nap mesh and extend it out around the farm at some point. Right, what we do need is the trailer with the food. And whilst this trailer is going to be a bit overkill, it's the best we've got currently. Back this up. There we go. Nice. Okay, so next challenge is what do we put in the field that we just harvested, and is September the right time to do that? So September we can plant barley, we can put canola in. We have a field canola already, so we don't want to do that. We could do linseed, we haven't done linseed yet, have we? So we could do that. I have added a crop type in, I've added in mustard. So we might do that again. I might leave that till March possibly. Not sure. I've also put with wheat and oat, I've given them spring and winter planting periods. Just again, a bit more British. Yeah, we've got a lot of planting options in September. So I think the large field we put in linseed for a change, and the field we've just harvested, I feel like we might put barley in that one. At some point as well, I'm going to convert one of my grass fields, smaller grass fields, into a crop like parsnips, carrots, red beet, etc. I feel like we need to do things a bit more varied. So I take this. Now the key thing is finding out which field's got access to which area. Because that field we haven't planted yet is through this field. Now this we can do crop damage at the minute. I'll line it up right. Might be able to navigate this without causing too much damage. this is confidently. I mean, after all, this is the purpose of tram lines. Having said that, it doesn't look like we're doing any damage at all, so maybe it's not at that point. Now this is my critique of the tram lines. It doesn't let you custom put where you want them for gate access. I mean, a 6 of 7, you would expect that to be doing damage. I wonder, did I turn off crop destruction when I was editing the map for correcting this issue? I mean, we're going to cheat, we're going to go through... No, I did not. Okay, so it does do crop damage. Good to know. Right. Hard lesson to learn, but we've learned it. Put that down. Detach. No, retouch that. Lower that. Detach it. The best part is there's a grass field where we could have used that exit entrance. Beautiful. Now it is going to be a long road back. Oh, look at the other seeder. Bring the other tractor around, and I will see you when we are planting in that field.
Hear me out,
That's the field done. I did leave the AI to do most of it on both vehicles because we're using Courseplay, and again, it's just simpler doing it that way. We will do the rest of the field prep on the next episode. I am not going to do the edges. We'll leave them just as they are, partly because I don't have enough seed in this planter, so it's better just to leave the edge as it is and worry about that next time. It'll also make things easier for the harvester when it comes to harvesting. So yeah, so the next episode I will look at fertilizing, most likely putting some herbicide on, and we'll then possibly look at seeding the field over there with the other crop, which I believe we said was going to be barley. So that is our next episode, our next plan, and with any luck I might have the chickens roaming around the farm. If not the next episode, I'll aim to get there for the one after that. So for those who have been watching, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.